like the work he's had me do has been beautiful, and doing missions and working in prisons, and all of that stuff has been so fulfilling and so beautiful. Now that he's having me step out with music, it's just like all of that is culminated into the stories I get to tell.
Hey, so we get to talk about new music today, which I'm super excited about. Before we get to that, on behalf of like all of our listening family, thank you for Desperate. That song, we've heard from so many people. It's just been like a hope anthem and so raw, so real. But so thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know. And man, it's been so beautiful to see God moving through the song and connecting people to him. It's really, yeah, it's been an answer to prayer, and
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
Did you have any idea that it would connect this much? Was it one of those like when you guys got it, you're like, I think
You
so?
know,
Or
it's so funny. It does always take me a minute to like realize, we're writing a lot of songs too. And so just because I think a song's amazing doesn't mean everyone else will. And sometimes it's something that my heart needed and no one ever hears it. So I really can't tell right away, but I will say I had a meeting that day. I was just signing my record deal, and I had a meeting with a potential like business management, and we had it scheduled for a certain time, and I was going to have to leave early from the studio to make that meeting. And I texted my manager and I said, "Hey, I know I'm supposed to leave early, but I'm pretty sure we got a good song." And I was like, "I think I need to stay and finish it." And so I was just about to cut the vocals when it was time to leave. And so they're like, "Well, hurry up and just sing like a couple of it, like sing it twice, and just like we'll get it down before you leave." And so I sang it, you know, I just rushed it. Well, that ended up being the final vocal. So
wow.
I just like, it was just weird when you think back, because I'm like, we didn't even know the song that day. Like it,
Yeah.
and we just wrote it, and we were in a hurry. And is when I went to record the vocal, but God was just breathing on it, and it wasn't about me, and it wasn't about me doing it perfectly. It was just a moment that God, kind of just opened up the heavens and gave us something that we needed, that other people needed.
Yeah.
And so it's just crazy even to look back and think that's the vocal that we ended up releasing on the master and on the radio.
Wow. Well, it is a gift. So tell me too about, there's a little alternate version floating around with you and Lauren Daigle. How'd
Yeah.
that all happen?
Oh man. Yeah. So I started releasing music back. I released the first single back in, I want to say November.
Okay.
I might be wrong. A Million Chances was my first release um, at the end of last year. Let's just say that. And I get a random text that says, "Hey, Jamie, this is Lauren Daigle. Hope you don't mind. I got your number from a friend." And I'm thinking,
Did you think it
why
was
would
a
I
hoax?
mind?
Did you think it was legit?
Yeah. And so she said, "I just wanted you to know that, like, I love what you're doing. I love your new song. I'm just like in your corner. However I can support you, like, let me know." And so that was just incredible. She sent me that on release day, and me releasing my first song in almost 7 years. I was on a roller coaster ride of emotions, like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. And you're feeling very vulnerable. And so to get that text from her that night, I was home alone in my kitchen, and I was just like, I just started crying. I was like, okay, God wants me to know, like, he's in this, and I've got other people in my corner, and like, I'm doing this. And so it was beautiful. And then ever since then, she's just been very encouraging and just showing up and cheering for me. Sorry about my dog back there.
No, that's
Um,
awesome.
Showing up and cheering for me at the KLRC Awards. And there's so many things I'm doing for the first time that she's done before, and she's already walked these footsteps. And she's just like, there's going to be high highs, there's going to be low lows, and like, if you're having a low, call me. And she really has been just a genuine friend. And so to get her on the song was just a no-brainer. It's like, okay, we're looking for a feature, and Lauren Daigle was, obviously
Yeah.
the best choice. And she just took it to the next level. And it's a little hard singing it without her now, because it's just like, I love the version that her and I did. And so I
Love
have to
it.
sing a bit without her, and I'm like, oh, I missed that part that she does.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, Before we talk about the new song, I wanted to ask you about you've been really open with your story and your journey, and God taking you from like, hey, I tried it my own way and that did not work out. In fact, it blew up, and then this beautiful redemption journey. Not that it's been easy, but it's been beautiful along the way. But part of that story also wasn't a hey, and I met Jesus, and then I instantly like got all my dreams come true. You've, and I think a lot of times God does this. It seems like when He calls us into something, there's this season of almost hiding. It's a like a preparation season, and
Mm-hmm.
I wonder for you. It sounds like that's been singing background and being a part of kind of behind the scenes projects, those kind of things. Is that how you look at it? Like, was that a really frustrating season, or more like, no, like this is a sweet spot for me to be right now?
Yeah, definitely a sweet spot. There was so much work that God did in my heart over time that couldn't be rushed, and it was all identity and, you know, growing in confidence in who God says I am, because my whole life I was listening to the wrong voice, and I was really building a case against myself, even of, how I saw myself and
Mm,
what I thought I was capable of, and, what I felt disqualified from. And it just took a long time for God to heal all of that. And I loved the journey. It was a beautiful journey, and it still is, because I'm still growing and healing. And He's just been so patient and honestly so faithful to prove that, like, His timing's perfect, and He knows how to open the right doors at the right time. And there's usually a long waiting process for any great story, and a lot of what we read in the Bible too. There's like these stories of, and then 40 years go by, or even longer, waiting
hmm.
for a promise. And um, I think, had I not been able to walk this out with the Lord, I just don't think like the impact would be, as meaningful, because the songs that He's giving me have to do with the full story and the full work of
Hmm.
His redemption in my life, not, halfway cooked,
Yeah,
identity where I'm out here trying to teach people something that I haven't even learned,
yeah.
and so it's been beautiful. And I still can't believe that I get to do this now, after
Mm,
maybe thinking it was over with. And I had to give Him all of my dreams and say, you know, with or without these things, like, you are enough for me. And, whatever assignment He has me doing here on this earth, which for the last, 15, I've been really born again now for almost 20 years, but like the work He's had me do has been beautiful. And, doing missions and working in prisons, and all of that stuff has been so fulfilling and so beautiful. And now that He's having me step out with music, it's just like all of that is culminated into the stories I get to tell.
yeah. Love, love, love that. Okay, so we get to debut some new music.
Hmm.
Left in the River. I got a little sneak peek of it. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So tell me where this comes from. I mean, there's a bit of just your story I know tucked into it, but why this song? Why was this the one to share?
Yeah, well, as we were just chatting, it's like the way that God had me debut with Desperate, and, the deeper parts of my testimony, um, the serious, some of that was like hard to share, and it's stuff in my past that I hadn't even fully, you know, processed, because I hadn't really told my testimony before. And so it's just been like I've been pursuing writing an upbeat song that represents the joy that I feel now, and, the present moment of, a promise fulfilled in my life, and just the gratitude of God saving me from all of that, and the joy that comes with being a daughter of God, and the gratitude of being saved from a dark past. Like, I get a whole new life now. And so my personality, and even just like how I feel on the inside, is joyful and upbeat. And so I'm like, oh, I need songs that represent that. And so this feels like the perfect representation of just how it felt when I was born again and I
Mm,
came out of that water, and it just felt so good to be washed clean, leaving everything behind. And the symbol of baptism, just like going under it, it's just so special and so important. Um, I understand why God like gave us that, just that physical, tangible
Yeah.
act to go under and come back out. It really, the way I felt coming out, it was like I had an encounter with God's presence in that moment, and I took a breath of air, and it was like the first. I just felt like this is the first time I've actually breathed. Like I was just like born again. It was weird. It was
Hmm.
like this fresh feeling, and there's a picture of me, and I'm just like, just like taking a
Yes.
breath of air. And my best friend and I just we got baptized together in this pond, and we just ran circles around the pond after, just laughing and just we couldn't stop running because we were just like, oh, the presence of God just filled us, and we were just we didn't know what else to do. We were just excited and lit on fire. And so I feel that again when I sing this song, and I just feel like it brings me right back. So I'm excited for other people to feel that, and even other people to be inspired to make the choice to go ahead and get baptized if they haven't,
Yeah.
because it really is a life changing experience.
Hmm. Well, we love it. The new song is called Left in the River. I think it's so cool that God would give you two songs that are so uniquely different and that
Yeah,
both can be true at the same time for us
yeah,
to share because even in the middle of our desperation, we can find joy and celebrate. It doesn't have to be like, hey, my life only looks like desperate or my life only looks like this celebration, that we can hang on to those two things together. I think is a really great reminder for us. So thank you.
oh, you're so welcome. And thank you for supporting and playing Desperate and just getting behind it, because I really did kind of come out of nowhere. And I've been so overwhelmed with the support of the Christian community
Hmm.
and even the listeners. It's just been really, really beautiful. And I feel like I have a really big family,
Love it.
a growing family.
Well, we're glad to be a part of it. Thanks so much for hanging out today, Jamie. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you. I hope we get to chat again soon.